Nice.
You need headphones so you can hear those in
I know.
3D.
Hear the ooh.
Oh, I had burgers for. Hold on. Let's get this brought to you by out of the way. I got mine. This episode of Real Garbage is brought to you by vegetables. They grow out of the fucking ground.
This episode is also brought to you by, I'm riffing off ears, the bodies. They go into the ground.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
This is Real Garbage.
Nice.
I can't remember. What was I saying right before I went, hold on, let's do our brought to you by, and then I was like, let me talk about it on the podcast.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. It was something important, I think.
Burgers. You had burgers.
Oh, yeah, okay. I burped. I burped right before we started recording. And I was
you
like
said
laughing.
You need to experience it, and I bet you were going to say 3D.
Oh, I was going to, yes. I said, you need headphones so you can hear them like I hear them through the
Yeah.
headphones in 3D sound. But as I was saying it, I got a whiff of what my burp smelled like. This sounds really gross. But I just made, I make pretty wicked homemade hamburgers. Like I stuff garlic,
Oh, yeah.
onion,
Yum.
jalapeno,
Ooh.
garlic powder. I use an egg and I use crackers. Mush all those up, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I just cook them in the frying pan. But the burps after, wow, that was like straight onion and garlic. Came off the mic and right into my nose.
You're like,
you know it's bad when you smell your own. It's like burps and farts. When you smell your own and you kind of go, ugh.
That's when you know they're fucked up.
But why is it that other people's farts just smell gross, but yours are like, yeah, they're tolerable?
I don't know. I think it has something
or is
to
it
do.
just me?
No, I think it has something to do with I don't know, pheromones.
It came out of you
or something. Yeah. I don't know.
I've smelled some. I've worked on a lot of construction sites, been on a lot of long bus rides to and from work, working up north. I have smelled some terrible farts and wicked burps.
Yeah. It also has to do, obviously, with your diet. Mm-hmm. So sometimes if someone who has a clean, pristine diet farts, you'll never know.
Mm-hmm. And then when you eat nothing but camp food.
Yeah.
And sugary
jerky,
cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I will never forget. I will never remember the smell. Thank God. But when they would pump out the wash cars on site, you've got a couple hundred guys shitting in one set of bathrooms. And then the pumper truck comes around, sucks it all
disgusting.
out, and the wind just picks it up just right as you're walking
Just
down the road for a coffee
right in
break,
your
and
fucking nose.
boom, it's like getting kicked in the face with a big stinky shit-covered boot.
I remember my best and most hilarious fart story was, I will save her from naming her, but my best friend and I, we were in Disneyland.
That kind of narrows it down.
Yeah. And we were waiting in line for Big Thunder.
What's Big Thunder?
Big Thunder Mountain, the ride.
No, that's Splash Mountain.
No. This is the one that takes place in the Gold Rush, and there's a fossil built into the Grand Canyon Red Rock. Anyway, people
Big
know.
Thunder sounds like a wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Thunder!
And he's just this huge guy.
He's just a tiny guy, 4'5".
Oh yeah, and then a huge guy small lightning comes out and fights him. But yeah, we're in line for Big Thunder, and this family of 4 or 5 behind us would not. This was a few years ago, so obviously it wasn't during COVID. Yeah. But they were still so unnecessarily close to us, and her and I kept looking at each other and looking at them and being like, "Hey, back up. We know this is a queue, but you don't need to be literally brown nosing me."
Ew.
And so my friend looks at me and she's kind of laughing and smiling, and I don't know why. And it was a silent but deadly, and she fucking crop dusted this whole family.
Nice.
And the families, the parents turned to their kids and were like, "Which one of you farted? Who did?" And they turned on each other, and the kids were like, it wasn't me. And then the other one was like, it wasn't me. And they're like, their mom was like, who fucking farted? And her and I are like in like backs turned to them and we're killing ourselves laughing, trying to keep quiet. And it was the funniest fucking thing ever. Like this family just turned on one another like, when are you fucking farted?
Why would you just assume it was your kids when you're in line for a ride
Maybe
at Disneyland?
My thought process, if they turned on each other that quickly, maybe one or a few of them had like too many turkey legs and they were like, we know you've been eating trash. One of you fucking farted.
Or that's just what happens when you have a family.
Yeah.
And you go to a place like Disneyland and have to wait in line.
Yeah.
You just want to murder each other.
Yeah.
I just
That too.
Oh, today at work.
But-
Holy shit. Sorry. Yeah.
I was just going to say it was so fucking funny.
That's kind of like when I was talking about them removing shit from the floor and fairway, and you're like, just say, turn around and say you're going to fart. And I'm
Yeah,
like, just
crop
fart. She
dust 'em.
fucking did it. That's awesome. That's like the ultimate, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I wish
like
there
if
was
you're
a-
going to be that close to me, you're going to get gassed.
I wish
right
there
in the
was
face.
some sort of way I could throw like fart bombs at cars behind me. The tailgate too close.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I
right
actually,
in their open sunroof.
I just want water balloons full of piss. When they get too close, I just want to start lobbing them out the
Yeah.
window. Like,
Yeah.
this is your fault. You're too close.
Yeah, if I can hit you, you're too close.
I think so. That's like, or have I want if I were like an engineer. This is why I want to be smart, so I could engineer some sort of like
Catapult.
just a water pistol esque type thing out of like, let's say the trunk keyhole. And I put like a fake logo on the back of the car, and when I press the button, it just goes and
my
opens
God.
up like James Bond, and then
Engineers
just shoots,
work on this.
shoots like olive oil out of the window, so like or out of that little thing, and it just directly at their windshield. So they try to move, and they're like, I can't see. Then they just crash and die because that's how much I hate tailgaters. sadistic side.
The other day I had someone tailgating me on the Pat Bay and I was giving them 20. I was going 100 and she was still riding my ass and I kept looking in my mirror and I was like, if you don't get off my, like I'm talking to her, but obviously she can't hear me, but I'm like,
or probably see you either.
yeah.
We've talked about this before. She can't see you.
Yeah, but I'm like, well, she was really close to me, so maybe. I was like, if you don't get off my ass in the next 5 seconds, you're gonna wish you did. And she didn't, so I just slowed down right to 80. And it was at the time of day where, because I was in the passing lane, it was at the time of day where I couldn't like get into the slow lane even if I wanted to because that was cruising. So I was just cruising, and then I kept looking at her, and she did not stop, and I was like, I'll go slower. I have left for work an hour early. I have all the time in the world. I will go slower, bitch. And then finally it like clicked and she backed off. And then I like sped up and started doing 100 again. And she right on my ass again. And looking at her in the mirror, I think it was a case of like your ex-girlfriend not realizing it because she didn't seem pissed off at all. So I slowed right back down to 80. And then that second time it clicked and she didn't get on my ass again. But I'm like, if I cannot see your license plate in my rearview mirror, you're too fucking close.
Yeah, if your headlights aren't visible behind me,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
If I can see your fucking frown lines in my rear view, you're too close.
I wish we could just single those people out. Just pull them, just take them gently out of the car and say, hey, just walk down the sidewalk for a second. Just walk down the sidewalk and then get right behind them.
Yeah.
Step for step. I'm talking like fucking 4
Yeah.
inches from their back. And until they go like, what are you doing? And then you go, this is exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you're driving, you idiot. And then just smash into them when they stop and go, do
Yeah.
you fucking get it now?
Yeah.
Because they don't.
No.
I
know.
the lack of sanity when it comes to your own personal safety is
I
just
know.
that's what baffles me the most is like when you learn how to drive, whoever's teaching you how to drive says, hey, don't go too fast. Don't follow too closely because if you have to stop at high speed, you'll smash into that car in front of you. So be careful. It's a pretty cut and dry
basic
lesson. But man, like I've been on the highway a couple times this last week, and I'm like, I just try to get past people and get enough space between the car behind me and myself so I can just drive comfortably.
Yes.
Not too close to the car in front of me. I have a lot of
Yes.
following distance, but what I notice is that we're like lemmings. They travel in packs. Like they travel in herds. They're
Yeah.
like fucking dinosaurs.
And not only that is I do the exact same thing. And someone who's going, let's say 90 in the right lane, starts to tailgate this other person in front of them because they want to go faster. And then they cut in front of me, causing me to slow down and not being able to cruise like that. And then they're still going 90. They're not able to go faster because that distance that I was giving wasn't for you to come in. It was so we could all cruise and flow, and you just fucked that up. You're still going 90. Why the fuck did you think it would be different in this lane?
What I get a kick out of is that after these people speed and tailgate and cut in and out of traffic, we all end up at the same red light.
Yeah, and then you're like,
you just look at them and go like, what are you thinking? And I'm noticing.
I'm here too, bitch.
I was watching this woman behind me. She's just pulling like the texting in her hand. We're at a red light and I'm just seeing this.
Oh my God. It's so
I'm
obvious.
like, at least put it in front of you.
Yeah.
Put on a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to text in the car, put on sunglasses. So at least I can't see you and get angry.
Yeah.
Or the cops can't see. Like, I don't give a shit if the cops pull you over. Pull them over.
Yeah.
I think I've told this story before. My old friend Riley and I was dropping him off one night, and there was a car in front of us swerving in and out of traffic. We're like, do we call the cops? Like, is this a drunk person? And we're both looking at each other going, man, we've all been there once. Like, maybe they're a block from home. They're almost there. Just let them get there. We pull up next to this chick at the red light, and I go like, roll your window down. She rolls her window down. I said, what are you doing? She's like, she holds her phone up, and we both at the same time are like, get off your goddamn phone. She just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, God, like she was going to kill somebody. If there was someone, she swerved into the oncoming lane twice. But back to that Disneyland story with the family. Today at work, all day from 8:30 in the morning till 4:30, till about 2:30 in the afternoon. We're working at this house in a little cul-de-sac over in Brentwood. And behind the house, at another house, all you hear is like this kid, 8:30 in the morning, just like screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm thinking, like, is this like just a kid with Tourette's or something? But then you can hear the mom screaming back at him, like lecturing him, like this, like she's no control over him though, like because there's a lot of reasoning, trying to reason with him, like, listen, you have to just. Please stop doing that. I don't want to put up with it anymore. I'm like, no. You need to. This seems like the kind of kid you need to tell.
Yeah.
To stop.
You don't like bargain with your children, like, or bribe them. Like, if you stop, I'll reward you.
This is why I don't want to be a parent in this day and age, is because of the parenting I see in stores. Like, I'm not a parent. I know it's hard, but parents these days don't lay down the law for their kids. They're way too fucking easy on them. And they reason with them. And these kids are like 6, 7, 8 years old, and they've got control over their parents.
Yep.
Like, this is unacceptable. You're just creating like monsters.
Yeah.
They're going to turn into adults and just be fucking monsters.
I saw this in the mall the other day. I was in a store, and this woman had her 2 kids and then I guess like grandma. And the kids were like running. I'm just trying to shop. Do my thing. So is everyone else in the store. And these kids, I feel a hair on my forehead and it's like tickling my nose. These kids both were running around screaming at one point. They were probably 6 and 3 or 6 and 4. And at one point, the 6-year-old is chasing the 4-year-old around, screaming in the store, disturbing everyone, and then grabs her in a chokehold and starts fucking choking her. And then the grandma goes up to one of the employees and is like, aren't you going to do anything about that? And then the employee was like...
The grandmother of the children.
Yeah. And the employee was like, I'm not their parent. I'm not the babysitter. That's not my job. I'm not intervening and disciplining those kids. And then the grandma got fed up and left the store. And on her way out,
the kids in the store?
With the mom. And
okay.
The grandma on her way out says to another employee, that's what spoiled looks like. And then comes back in the store because they're still screaming and neither the grandma or the mom has any control over them. And then the grandma picks up the youngest and is dragging her out of the store and she's screaming bloody murder for her mom. And the employees, I felt so bad for them. They were like, the looks on their faces and on the other shoppers were like, get them out, get them the fuck out. This is not the time to be shopping. Go home. And then, the grandma lets go and lets her run back to her mom and still is running around the store screaming, almost breaking things. And then the mom rewards the bad behavior and gives her like a fruit roll up or some candy and is like, if you stop, I'll give you this.
Jesus.
And they just take it. Does it work? No. And I was just like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
So now,
if I pulled that shit when I was a kid, I remember I once was so mad about leaving the McDonald's play place that I was bawling my eyes out and making a scene. And my grandma grabbed my arm just like this. And she looked at me in the eyes and she was like, if you do not stop, we are never coming here or any play place ever again. And of course I was like, I don't believe you. And I continued. I did not until I was a teenager set fucking foot in a McDonald's play place ever again.
Yeah.
Like my grandma was not to be, as Michael Scott would say, truffled with. Like she was serious. And that's how I learned, okay, she means business. If she says, if you do not stop, we're never coming here again. Yeah. I knew it was legit.
And this, I don't understand why people are so afraid to do that to their kids now.
I know. It's like discipline is, everyone is so afraid to discipline their kids because I don't know what they're afraid of, but like people think discipline and they associate it with spanking and physical abuse and that type of shit. No, discipline is you being a parent to your child, not their friend. And then when they're adults, you can be friends. I'm friends with my grandma now. Was I friends with her when I was a kid? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, if you look at it though, like look at people not wanting to wear masks. So you look at the adults we have now who are parents. A lot of them are parents who are like, I'm not going to be told what to do. Blah blah blah.
And those are the kids. Yeah,
they're the ones that don't tell their kids what to do because the kids see that example and the parents tell them what to do. And they're like, you can't tell me what to do. So they're monkey see and monkey doing. They're like, oh, my mom says I don't have to fucking listen. She doesn't have to listen to anybody. So why should I have to? It's like you're setting a shit example.
Yeah.
Just put them in front of a video game and let them kill things.
Yeah.
Like Doom.
Yeah.
Like Doom. This was one of the first person shooters I ever played. Like basic Doom. You could move with the keys and you had the mouse, but you could only go left, right.
That makes sense.
That was it. Like it was left, right. There was no looking up, looking down. No, and then you could crouch and you could jump.
And then shoot.
Yes. And then they made a movie out of it.
I never played Doom.
You weren't missing much. Was it a baby?
I don't know. Speaking of, control that.
Yeah. Keep them under control.
Yeah, so we watched Doom, and it takes place in 2026, years from now.
It was. And they're already on, so.
And they're already fucked.
Elon Musk is right on track. He's going to be on Mars soon. 2026, they've got a base on Mars. I don't know about the arc travel, though.
Yeah,
we're still a few thousand years away from that.
Yeah.
100 at
that
least.
reminded me more of, do you remember in Harry Potter when they had the dust and they...
Oh, the
flu powder?
Flu powder, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the arc travel reminded me of.
Oh, excuse me. This movie was... So I didn't realize... I was under the impression there was only one Doom movie.
Same. I thought this was the Doom movie, but then when I looked it up, there's a new one as of like 2020, I think. Or 2019.
Really?
Yeah, there's a really recent one in there.
We may have to find that one. Because this one I wanted to watch it because it had The Rock. And
Carl Urban.
I heard when it first came out, because this came out 04, 05.
Yeah.
2005. That it was more first-person view. I was under the impression that a bunch of this movie was from the perspective of the soldier.
Nope. Just like 5 minutes at the end.
5 epic.
Yeah, that was so good.
Minutes.
But yeah, so it had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Rosamund Pike, Carl Urban, Not Keith.
Very young looking. Why he looks so young?
He's
15 years ago.
ageless.
Well, now, no, you watch him in The Boys. He seems older.
Oh.
Looks older. They make his character look older.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he
But-
looks really young in this.
And then a bunch of other people that
Bunch of no names.
didn't blow up.
Well, they some sort of weird person outside.
Yeah. And watching this, Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks older in this than he does when we watch movies now, like Fate of the Furious and Jumanji. And I think it's because he's bald.
And he looks skinnier. He's
Yeah.
way small. Like he jumped a couple sizes.
Yeah, but he looks younger now.
I wouldn't say. I thought he looked younger in this. To be honest, because he looked small. He looked smaller. So to me, smaller Rock is younger Rock.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
how my head works. He's just super tanned and super gigantic right now.
Yeah.
He's
He's
inhumanly large.
Yeah.
But the guy trains like
Yeah.
a monster.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's well earned.
I had one thing I added at the top of my list here. I made a note because I was
Hmm.
Googling it. So we were talking about how much is Britney Spears worth?
Oh, yeah.
2020, her net worth's about $60 million.
Okay.
So her dad's trying to go after a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point at the peak of her stardom, she was like 200 plus million.
Whoa.
She's worth a lot of money. Yeah, about 60 mil now.
Yeah, just let her control her own life. Jesus fucking Christ.
Would you like to tell the listeners and viewers what Doom is about?
Yes. All right. I'll probably butcher it. So Doom, in my eyes, is about a team of special ops Marines that go to this base in Mars from Earth to evacuate a bunch of people that are stuck in a quarantine put together by scientists because something escaped the lab.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
This, right off the bat, the intro reminded me of, until the music started happening, the intro reminded me very much of 13 Ghosts when we watched it. The, like, panic, the random, non-seen entities that are pushing people around. It reminded me of the Juggernaut when it was invisible in the opening of 13 Ghosts with the cars. And the, like, darkness of running in the steel...
Corridor.
Yes, it reminded me very much of the intro to 13 Ghosts. So I, off the bat, was thinking, what the fuck?
I just saw this as it went along. I saw it as a very generic, almost directionless story.
Yes.
Just like, all right, how do we get these soldiers on a space station?
Yeah.
Or on a planet somewhere where we get some monsters in there.
This also, the more it went on, and we'll talk about it without any spoilers, like me saying right now, this reminded me of Alien. It felt like an Alien ripoff.
Yes, a very poorly done Alien ripoff.
Yes.
And this is one movie because I was trying to remember when it was that The Rock kind of took the torch as the action star.
Yeah.
Because he kind of did in the 2000s, and
Yeah.
now he's just like one of the biggest action stars in movie history. I think it was this movie. It was because there's a line he does a little bit later on that I wrote down that is like a fucking total ripoff of Schwarzenegger in Predator. And I'm like, maybe it was this one. But then we learn his character, I'm just like, maybe it's not this one.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a prick in this.
Yeah.
But
an undercover prick.
I wouldn't want to work with monsters. If I'm a scientist and someone's like, hey, you want to go try and experiment with DNA and use it to enhance people? And I'm like, is there side effects? Well, you could turn them into monsters. No, I'm good.
No, I'll
Yeah.
pass.
I'm good. I'm just gonna stick with my microscopes and shit.
Yeah. Also, this movie was made by Universal. I would like to know, where the fuck is my Doom ride, Universal? I think turning this into an amusement park ride would actually kind of work. Not as a traditional, I'm not saying like the Jurassic Park ride or the Mummy ride. I'm thinking more like the Transformers ride, where you're in a car and it's 4D and you have glasses on and it's interactive. You know, like a ride where you're sitting down, or even an experience for Halloween. Like they could have a Doom maze where you're walking around and there's the creatures pop. Like,
They could,
this is Universal territory. Stop,
but
Quit
this
it.
did not get a very big score.
Very true.
So it's not very popular. And like Doom, how many times do you have a conversation with somebody about Doom?
Never.
Never. Never. But
True.
you'll talk about Jurassic Park. You know, people don't make
And the
Doom.
Mummy.
People don't make Doom references.
That's true.
Like, man, he's got BFGs, big fucking genitals. They're huge.
Oh my God.
Big force gun.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Big fucking gun Netflix.
So we start off, The Rock and his team. The Rock's on the radio. He's getting this message like, hey, you got to come to Mars. There's this thing that scientists are fucking us and like quarantined. And he's like, all right, affirmative. Got to use extreme prejudice. Got it. 10-4. We're over and out.
All ready to go on vacation and to leave base. And The Rock's like, nope.
Playing baseball inside.
Yeah.
Bitching about being on 60 days straight or something. No days off. Yeah, The Rock looks smaller. The soundtrack, wow. It was almost like they went, okay, let's get all the music from the 8-bit, maybe the 16-bit version of Doom and just copy and paste it over into the movie track. Because it was all like electric guitar, like even in the opening
Questing
scene.
music. Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. I was like, this is like straight out of the game. Like this sounds like royalty-free GarageBand tracks. Like, hey, let's use the GarageBand track and just loop it over and over again.
Yeah. So then they go on their mission and
hold on. The kids knew, so they got like their crew. They're all getting on the ship, and their Carl Urban wasn't supposed to go.
no, they were like, sit this one out, bro.
Yeah, we don't really know why, but we find out why.
Yeah.
They're going to whatever the name of the place was, Ojibwe or something.
OGBYN?
Maybe they go to
Obigine.
something like that. Obagwin.
Something like that.
Yeah, I had to turn the subtitles
Haida Gwaii.
on.
I don't know.
We're going to the Haida Gwaii.
Yeah.
But as they're getting on the ship, I'm just laughing because like they're giving us all their names right there. As they're grabbing their guns, they're like, handle ID, blah, 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 handle ID, the kid, handle ID, destroyer, handle ID, Portman, handle ID, the Sarge. And I'm like, holy fucking handle ID, lady. Can you shut? Like this computer voice was annoying.
Yeah, handle ID, Reaper.
And as they're going, I'm like, I'm not paying attention. Oh, and
I'm not gonna remember
to the
these
last
guys.
one, I go, did she just give us all the names at once and we're supposed to remember?
Yep.
I wasn't paying
And that's
attention.
it. The Portman guy was so skeevy and creepy. I
Oh my God.
I did not like him. But I did like him in Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell. Because he does like creepy
I haven't seen
and
that yet.
like psychopathic very well. So that one was good.
Put a muffler I hate that neighbor's car. Oh, maybe it's not neighbor's car. Sounds so stupid. Bleh. I like Carl Urban's tag name, Reaper. It's pretty cool. Reaper.
And his last name's Grimm.
Was it?
Yeah, because he's I'll get into this later, but he is the fraternal twin of Sam Grimm. He's John Grimm. I'll get into how that doesn't fucking make sense later on.
So they do the arc travel, which is basically beaming, like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
They get to Mars and they meet Pinky.
Yeah, who half of him got beamed somewhere else. So he's on this fucking tripod unicycle with a triangular wheel just roaming around.
You'd think this futuristic land they live in, they might have bionic legs for him.
Right? No, they put him on a unicycle.
Give him a robot penis.
Yeah.
It's on an actuator. It's like 12 inches long. It's huge.
No,
put it
they
on
just
pump
fucked
mode.
Pinky over.
And so half his ass ended up somewhere else. I loved their. So like, there's no fucking around with these guys. They are in there. It's like contain and don't release.
Yeah.
They're like contain and get the stuff back.
The assets out of containment.
The computer's like, your kill cams are on now. Like the cameras on their guns as they're like loading everything up. It's like I wrote down kill cams ? Mark.
And then I thought, does that mean we're gonna see a lot of footage from the kill cam? No.
Nope.
Fuck.
There wasn't even a lot of monsters in this. Like I'm trying to think, okay, it's Doom.
Yeah.
Doom was just a game about being on a weird planet.
And killing monsters.
Yeah. Lots of monsters.
Barely any in here.
There was nothing.
Do better. Do better, Doom.
I'll burp louder next time.
Yeah, come on.
So now we get they get to Mars. So they meet Pinky. They go inside, and Portman sees these girls, and he's instantly like, "Hey, we're in
Skeevy.
a quarantine. I'm gonna have to strip search you."
And then immediately this like Rosamund Pike walks by and he's like, hold that thought. And he says the same thing to her and she's like,
Gross.
ew.
His teeth were terrible.
Yeah.
Like you need better teeth.
Come on, get better teeth, dude.
You need better teeth to pick up girls like that. I think it's like, what was her name? Michelle Wolf. She goes, you can grab a girl's ass. You just have to be hot. She goes, it's okay if you're hot. So there you go, Portman.
Yeah.
Be better looking.
And then we find out, like, she talks to Reaper, and initially there's some like tension, and you're made to believe it's sexual tension. But then it's revealed that they're brother and sister. And I was like, it doesn't feel like they're siblings.
No, not at all.
It feels like they're gonna fuck at any moment or can profess love for each other.
It was a strange dynamic between the two of them.
And then the fact, okay, they're siblings, you know, so maybe genetically it could make sense why she's blonde and blue-eyed and he's brown-haired and like hazel-eyed. You know, fuck genetics. He. But then we find out that she's 2 minutes older, so they're twins. And I know they're fraternal. They can't be identical. So that means for those of you out there that don't know genetics, when you're fraternal twins, it's your mama dropped 2 eggs and they both got fertilized. So they're separate. So that's how fraternal twins can be the same sex or different sexes. But by being twins, you would think that they would have more genetic DNA in common, even though they're not identical, because they're still siblings. You know, whether they were conceived in the uterus and birthed at the same time or separately, they're still the same DNA from mom and dad. It's just he got XY, she got XX. So why the fuck do they not look alike at all? They don't have any similarities, no similar bone structure. They're kind of similar heights, no similar hair color, no similar eye color, no similar facial features whatsoever. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like they both had the kind of like tiny mouth sort of
Yeah.
from like here down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's about
still.
it. It's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
It's not enough, Doom.
Don't try and fucking tell me that those two were fraternal twins, okay?
So now they get the orders they're like, okay, all the scientists are in here. We'll lock the door behind you, blah, blah, blah. They go in there and Portman's like, okay, first of all, she's explaining to them that, oh, there was a phone left off the hook. This is all the information we have. A phone was
yeah.
left off the hook, and he's like, did you get any information from it? He presses play. The assistant presses play, and it's like, ah! Oh my God! Like monster sounds.
Yeah.
Growling and ripping apart and people
they're like-
screaming. Portman goes, so as they're going in, Portman's like, $5 says it's just a disgruntled employee with a gun. Like,
Yeah.
did it sound like that?
Yeah, did that sound human to you, dude?
Sounded like some sort of animal ripping people apart while
Yeah.
they're screaming in absolute fear.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a guy with a gun, they probably
You try
know
to
him.
reason with him and
They-
say his name and shit.
They would know him. There's only 6 scientists in there. They say so. It'd be like,
Yeah.
Todd, no, put the gun down.
Yeah.
Like, that would make sense. This guy's a dummy.
I know. How is he even a fucking special forces Marine dude?
Well, see, then you think back to...
Yeah.
I always
Anyone
just-
can enlist.
You said aliens, and I was like, game over, man, game over.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. God rest Bill Paxton's soul.
Oh,
I miss that guy.
I know.
Never knew him, though. I don't really...
No, not knew him personally, but he was a great actor. Seemed like a great guy.
So they're exploring this lab. They like, "Hey, you guys, I hated the way, I don't know what The Rock was doing with his lines. The way he was saying, like, he wasn't pacing at all.
No,
He was
he-
like, Portman kid, you guys go over there. Destroyer chest. You go, like, they're saying their names, but he's not pausing. Like
Yeah, like-
kid, Portman, you guys go here. Destro, Destroy. I can't remember the other guy's names.
Destro.
Oh, Goat.
Oh, right.
Goat, Destroyer. It was like, Destroyer, Goat, you guys go there. Kid Portman, you go there. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know. There was no nuance, no inflection. It was very robotic.
It was. Well, I guess he was playing a soldier, so maybe it was like a choice he made.
Maybe. Wrong choice.
But I will say he was doing very good at maintaining eye contact.
Yes.
Not blinking a lot.
Yeah.
So that, like, I've noticed that. As long as an actor keeps that eye contact, that connection, they can be kind of shitty and still get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, The Rock wasn't great in this, but I'm like, this is it earlier in his career. Like, this
That's
is like
true.
Scorpion King
Yeah.
time and shit.
I was thinking about that watching this.
But so this was like, all right, you're not doing too bad. It's not great, though.
So then they split up, and John and Sam, the siblings, are going off together because she needs to collect some information. That's why she was tasked to go along with them. and they're going around each room and checking off what's clear and what's not. And they get into Goat and Destroyer get into this room with a bunch of like animals in cages.
Which are deadly quiet.
Until the light shines on them, and then they're like,
One dog pipes up, then all of a sudden 800 animals start making noise. I'm like, there's no way.
yeah,
A dog. First of all, a dog can smell
yep,
for miles.
yeah.
Miles.
You would be hearing that before you even entered the room.
That would just be a cacophony of sound of animal noises. It would be like a zoo.
Yeah.
But then like, wow, I can hear a pin drop. Then all of a sudden,
And then monkeys, it's like, you know.
that was just so silly.
And
I'm
also,
like, no.
why'd you have all those animals there in the fucking first place? I know it's
Well-
like a science lab and they're conducting experiments and whatever, but at that point in time, it's 2026. In the future. I have been saying this for years. Is it controversial? Maybe. Will some people not agree with me? Probably. But there are so many pedophiles and child herders in prison. Let's do away with animal testing and experimenting and fucking do it on them. Because here's the thing. There's a food chain in prison. And if you hurt children, you're at the very bottom of it. And you're probably going to get killed in prison anyway. So why not have a little government deal where you can either be in prison and get murdered because you're a giant inhumane piece of shit, or we could do tests on you and you might still die, but at least you won't be tortured by your fellow prison inmates.
It's an interesting point.
Like, stop
interesting
stop
point.
testing cosmetics and shit on little rabbits and other cute animals that are just trying to live their goddamn lives, and put an untested lipstick on a fucking pedophile and see his lips blow up.
Just imagining a bunch of pedophiles walking around prison right now with big red looking inflated lips.
Yeah.
Rouge on,
Like-
eyeshadow.
And then I know some people will probably be like, oh, human rights, blah, blah, blah. But if you're, if you're so willing to hand out the death penalty to murderers, serial killers, even serial abusers and rapists, why is testing cosmetics on them if they get life sentences so much more of a bigger deal than sentencing them to death? Like, it, you know.
I've never looked into that. I don't
Like, if you have a complete disregard for human life and you've shown it multiple times and there's no hope of rehabilitation, then
know. I will say it's
put
probably
the lipstick on the pig.
probably easier to get a pig than a human out of prison. Put lipstick on them. That would be my argument. Is like, if I'm a cosmetics company, I'm like, hey, can we get 10 pedophiles, or is it easier to get like 100 dogs? Just go to the SPCA
Yeah.
and they're like, just get 100 dogs. It's easier.
But everyone
It's
loves
free.
dogs. No one loves pedophiles.
Well, I know.
But
I
that's
know.
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
disagreeing with you.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying is that's why there needs to be a deal. Either you don't get any protection, you don't get any solitary, you are thrown to the wolves in prison as a pedophile, or you can come with us and we'll test these things on you and make sure they're safe by trial and error. It's your fucking choice, bro.
They'd probably be like, fuck it, I ain't putting lipstick on.
Yeah, honestly, like all
I'll
that
take my
toxic
chances in prison.
masculinity. Yeah.
Who
Fuckers.
knows? So
But yeah.
The Rock finds they're in a computer lab, the weapons lab, and he's like looking at the computer and he's like, BFG, and it's big force gun.
But it's supposed to be big fucking gun.
Big fucking gun.
But my brain went big friendly giant, roll doll.
I just imagine this was like Trump, like this is something like Trump.
a big fucking
Trump would name this like, we're gonna call it a big force because we're strong. Big force gun. We're all gonna have big force guns.
Yep.
And that's how we're gonna move in strong.
gonna have it in,
forcefully.
Space Force.
We're gonna handle them strongly.
Yeah.
It's Big gonna be- force
we're
gun.
gonna have the most guns.
Space Force. You said. I imagine this is like a 2005 recruiting video for the future Space Force.
Yep.
Because it was just there's no stakes in this movie.
I also made a note. It's a superficial note. When we find out Reaper's name is John and his name's John Grimm, I was like, that's a hot name.
John Grimm.
If someone came up to me and they were
Sounds
like,
so
hi,
fake.
my name's John Grimm, I'd be like, yum.
Hi, my name's John Grimm. Reaper's my nickname. Do you want to go to the dance with me?
I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Sure, his name's John Grimm.
Yeah, you got a hot fucking name. Let's go.
Katie, this guy's like 5'9", 300 pounds. It's his name, okay?
Yeah.
So they find out. So John and his sister, John and Sam, are like in the lab, and she's like, oh, that's a 24 chromosome skeleton we found because they're doing an
Yeah. Archaeological.
dig on Mars. They find human remains.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
And the humanoid remains have an extra chromosome. Now, I don't know about you.
Making them superhuman.
Yeah. But, sorry, my eye's really itchy. This feels so good. You know, when you start-
Rub-a-dub-dub.
you know how, I want to know why this extra chromosome thing, like how it came to be, because in real life, when you have an extra chromosome, you have Down syndrome.
Yeah, it doesn't usually work out in the superhuman way.
Yeah. So I want to know, like, who didn't do their research and was like, oh, extra chromosome, you're like a super advanced human being. And like, just,
It's doom. It's
That's
doom.
true.
It's a poorly written,
That's true.
stakeless, generic
I know.
video game movie rendition. It's
Yeah.
just bad. Like it's like you looking in. It's like in the era of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Super Mario Brothers and Double Dragon. They're all just garbage. I can't think of one. Like Tomb Raiders were terrible. Even the new one
Yeah.
was garbage.
Yeah.
I can't think of one good video game. Like you loved Warcraft, but I thought it was. I didn't understand. I didn't know it. I didn't understand it, so I started watching it. I was like, nope, can't do
That's
it.
fair.
I can't think of one video game turned into a movie that was good. Can you? Aside from Warcraft, in your own opinion?
Yeah. Not really.
No. Like Ninja Turtles, but even Ninja Turtles was
No.
cheesy.
Yeah.
And I think Ninja Turtles was a movie first, then a game.
Yeah, it was a TV show. And then, oh my God, my eyeball.
You're just scratching like crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so I made notes like they're in the labs, no lights. Their flashlights are junk.
I know.
They're like,
why don't you
you get
turn
a-
on the lights?
You get a 2-foot wide beam that can barely see anything. Well, they do. So Carmack goes running through there, Dr. Carmack.
Yeah.
And they go running around, they corner him. The Rock comes around the corner and like flips the lights on as he
Like,
walks by. I'm like, why haven't you
It's
idiots
not hard.
turned all the lights on? Why
know.
are the lights off?
Like the element of surprise, like you don't have it.
It just seemed impractical. Like I think you'd have more of a chance of surprising something if you had all the lights on.
Yeah, because
Because their beams were only, like I said, like 2 feet wide in front of them. You like as they're moving, they can't see anything.
no,
It's terrible.
fucking dumb.
And at least an elite Marine unit in 2026, you'd think would have night
Way
vision,
better light. Yeah.
helmets with night vision goggles. They're all helmetless.
Yeah.
No night vision. One flashlight. No batteries. No backup. God, fucking garlic. No backup flashlights.
That's a good
'Cause
point.
At one point, Goat's flashlight dies, and he's like,
oh,
shit, I'm
that
screwed.
is a good
I'm
point.
like, why wouldn't you idiots? And I even Googled. I'm like, do Marines and military carry backup flashlights and backup batteries? I
Probably.
couldn't find any information on it.
Oh.
I didn't even, because like I had to
they
watch.
don't want to reveal their
I was
secrets.
like, God. Well, I was asking my buddy. He's in the army, in the military right now. He's over in. I could say he's in Latvia.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
he's
like,
like, that's
But I'm like, dude, like, what do they have you do? And he's like, oh, I can't really get into the
Yeah.
specifics, but we just train a lot. I'm like, well, fuck.
classified.
But I understand it because I remember
Oh,
when he
yeah.
was trying to get in, it was like super. It was like he had to jump through a million hoops because he wants to be like top level,
Ooh, top
like
dog.
special ops,
Ooh, like this.
Canadian, like Canadian special forces type.
Don't
thing.
go to Mars, dude.
He's going to Mars to fight the aliens.
I'm gonna fucking obliterate Mars.
So they find Carmack. They take him.
And he rips his goddamn ear off.
Yeah, that's weird. And Portman's just like, oh,
And it was like Velcro. He was like, what?
So in the midst of this, the kid's like, hey man, you got some stuff? So he
Yeah.
pops some of Portman's pills, and I'm like, okay, the kid's on drugs.
This is my first mission. I'm really scared.
And that didn't even really roll into anything else. Like later on, it was him blabbing because he was just
Yeah.
being too loud and giving their position away. But it didn't pertain to the story at all. I'm like, the kid's
like,
on drugs. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Also,
No big deal.
it was at this point where I wrote like such a nice word in the cursive I was talking about
Drugs.
during update. Still writing in pencil. It has been 3 weeks. It's been
3 weeks since the pen just died.
don't know what I'm gonna do next week.
Gonna go to the store and find
Some nice glidey pants.
Glidey.
Yeah.
It glided.
It glid?
It glid.
Did it glid?
Did it glide? It did. That doesn't
did
make
it-
sense. Did it glide? It did glide.
Glided it
It
glid.
glid.
It
glid.
glid.
A horn?
Yeah.
I wonder if somebody just crashed.
Oh, fuck me.
Maybe that noisy ass car. Nope. Horn stop. Thank you.
What the hell?
I mean, while someone's dying right now, we're like, thanks.
Thanks. for
Fucking
shutting the
loud.
fuck up. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Okay, so they find
Drugs.
Carmack.
Oh
Blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Side note: what kind of drugs in 2026 are lime green, Skittle-looking things?
Oh yeah, they look like look like those old mints that your grandma used to have.
Yeah.
Like always in a dish on the table. This little green.
The Scotch mints.
Are the Scotch mints the white ones or the white and green?
Well, I think they're white and green.
Or is that just the brand is Scotch?
Maybe that.
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't nut up on my grandma candy.
Yeah. All I know is the Werthers.
Those are great.
Love Werthers.
It's weird. You hit a certain age and all of a sudden you just have Werthers in your pockets.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Werthers and balled up
They've
Kleenex.
spontaneously appeared.
You wake one day when you're 55 with Werthers and Kleenex. Is Kleenex used? It doesn't matter.
I gotta save it for later.
That was like every time I threw on one of my parents' coats to go out like to the barn, every single one of always had Kleenex in the pockets. It's kind of gross.
That's always disgusted me. I remember my my dad's dad. He would always have a handkerchief and he would always like blow his nose in it and put it back.
Ew.
And I would be like, "Ugh."
Ugh.
Just disgusting.
All right, so Goat and I think it was Goat, Destroyer, and then
Goat.
Portman. And who's with Portman? No, wait, Destroyer and Kid? No, Portman
It
and the
was-
Kid, Goat and Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no, they end up splitting up later, too.
Yeah,
So,
because at this point, it's Goat and Reaper because something scares the shit out of them. And then Reaper's like,
because they go back into they're like, hey, we heard something back in the research lab. We're going to go
Yeah.
check it out. They go in, they're like, what happened to all the animals? It's like, it's
Yeah.
pretty fucking obvious. They've been ripped apart.
Yeah.
There's just blood and gore everywhere.
and then Reaper,
Dr.
Goat says, oh my God, or Jesus or something, and then starts cutting him
that's-
across into his
that's,
arm.
That's right after this because first Dr. Olson attacks them.
Right.
And they fucking shoot him and it blasts them right across the room,
Yeah.
which has been busted by Mythbusters already. It doesn't happen. Not
Even
even a
in-
shotgun. It's like a machine
No.
gun, like boom, 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 bam,
Yeah.
flies 10 feet. And then they go, oh yeah, so this is where they start chasing like another, oh no, they're like, oh man, he's running. So they all
Yeah.
chase him. It's like, he's in the sewer. Once he was in the sewer, I'd be like, I'm fucking done.
Yep.
Let's leave, blow
Yep.
this place up, get everybody out. I'm not going
That's
into the
it.
sewer.
No.
Because they go in the sewer, and that's where he says, what does he say? Fuck or oh Jesus Christ or something like that.
He gets scared by something, by one of the rats running or some
Yeah, he's
shit.
like Jesus Christ. Then he starts cutting a cross into his arm, and he's
Yeah.
like, I took his name in vain. I'm like,
Okay, psycho.
all right,
Like,
and yeah, religious people
Jesus.
aren't crazy at all.
no,
No.
they're very sane.
So that's where they find out that their blood is tainted because they're looking at like.
Oh yeah, they take out Dr. Carmack's blood and it's all fucking leady. Which no explanation.
No.
There's no
No explanation to
explanation as
anything.
to why the blood is like this and what's causing it. Obviously, it's directly caused from being infected by the alien ripoff with its tongue slithering in your neck. But it's not explained as to what it is, why it is, who it is. Like,
At this point, they're in the sewers. It's raining in the sewers. Portman falls in a hole. The kid's high. The kid's trying to talk to
Reaper.
Reaper, and Reaper, he's like, "Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, kid. You're gonna get us busted." Meanwhile, Goat has something creeping up on him, and his light dies. And this is where I'm like, "Where's your backup? Where's your
Yeah.
batteries?" And he's just like, "Oh shit, I'm screwed." Then all of a sudden, brrr, he gets picked up by isn't this the first real monster
Yeah.
we see? Which this kind of reminded me of that Derailed movie.
Yes,
Very
with
similar
the
to
fish
that.
monster. Yes, with the practical effect fish monster.
Yeah,
things.
but it was like the flashes of light here and here. You never got a real good look at
No.
it. I was expecting more in the like the way of monsters in this, so it was kind of disappointing because it was Doom, man.
Yeah. And then, he completely like rips Goat's neck and he's like bleeding out. And they take him back out of the sewer and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they tried to defibrillate him, and he dies, and I'm like, I'm sure he's not dead.
Yeah.
He'll come back because the thing bit his neck and then it unlatched itself. So I guess it just infects it kind of like a.
Yeah, like an alien face sucker.
But doesn't have the xenomorph busting out of the chest, which is like the coolest part of
So
Alien.
cool. Yeah, it detaches its tongue and then it slithers away and puckers off after like a week.
Oh, this was great. Totally smart move on behalf of the Marines. So they've got a guy. They got what's his name? Katsumaki Takeshi something.
Oh,
They
Mac.
call him Mac though. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense at
Yeah,
all.
it's not an
all right.
acronym, but
They're like, Mac, we need you back here. Leave Pinky there with a gun and some grenades. He's not a soldier.
Nope.
He has no legs.
Nope.
He's not confident. And he's even going, you can't leave me here. I don't know what to do. They're like, hey, protect the most vulnerable place in this entire facility. If any monsters get through here, Earth could be obliterated by monsters. So, Pinky, it's all on you. Here's some grenades. We're not going to tell you how to use
Blow
them.
it up.
Here's a gun. Not going to show you how to use it.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Just do it.
Careless mistake.
Pinky, you've played video games, right?
Like even later on, Carl Urban is like, you open the grenade, push the red button, throw it. He explained, like, Mac could have explained that to Pinky.
He could have, but he didn't.
Did not.
He's a little bitch.
And they will pay for it later.
Yeah.
So they leave him alone, yada, yada, yada.
And then,
Oh, the nano wall.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is where
What's Sam and not?
Destroyer.
Was that Destroyer?
Sam
with
and Destroyer, and
with her?
they're carrying someone.
They're carrying another scientist's body.
There was so much
To
shit
look-
going on in
yeah.
this movie. Like, it was back and forth. Because, like, I wrote down archaeological dig. This is 40 minutes in now.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, we got to protect all the doors. That's where they're like, protect the arc door, protect this door. And she's like, there's one more door and that's where her brother's like, it's in the archaeological dig.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
fucking digging
Yeah,
around.
they've discovered that they're digging shit up.
So her and Destroyer are looking at this dead alien taking out its organs, and they realize it's a human being because its appendix has been removed. And then Goat like breaks out of his body bag in the other room. And I guess this wasn't conveyed to the audience. I had no idea until they explained it, but I guess Goat realizes that he's infected and kills himself by
'cause-
smashing his face on the glass.
Because he did this.
Oh, yeah.
For our listeners, I just did the religious cross.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, whatever. The spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. And then slammed his head into the window
Yeah.
repeatedly till he died.
Yeah.
So this infection still leaves you cognizant enough to know I'm about to turn into a monster. And this is another thing, because we learn later, we're going to explain this anyway. We learn later that this virus works in ways if you're evil or good.
Yeah.
It magnifies the evil or the good. So was Goat really an evil person, even though he was Christian and religious?
Yeah.
Is this testimony to the fact that all religious people are actually evil? Right now, my parents are listening like, fuck you, Jeff. Stop making that argument. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
But yeah, they do this little test with brain matter, and they show Destroyer's brain matter, and the tongue doesn't react and try to infect it. And then they show Portman's brain matter, and it tries to attack and infect it. So it's this whole, if you're a good person and a good human being, then it makes you into a superhuman, like the mother and baby they found, because they had the 24th chromosome. And if you're bad, it enhances that and turns you into this monster.
So I guess Goat was a evil person.
I guess so. Maybe that's why he
really
was
thought
so fucking religious and like, I said his name in vain. Repent. Like, maybe that's why, because he was like, well, if I just get forgiven, I'm going to go to heaven.
See, that right there is
Nope.
just testament to the fact that people don't change.
Yeah.
Because deep down, even though he was religious and he, did all that shit,
He's still
he
a
was
fucking
a
psychopath.
piece of shit.
Yeah, him and Portman in the same boat.
So in the midst of this, The Rock goes to get the BFG, and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it's huge and not like bulky.
Super bulky.
Not practical at all.
It looked like Gary Oldman's spaceship from The Fifth Element. That triangular
It
look,
did,
didn't it? I just
yes.
thought of that. I was like, what did it look like? It looked like Gary Oldman's ship.
Exactly like that.
Mr. Zorg.
You got to superimpose a photo of it.
Emmanuel Zorg. You want something done? Do it yourself.
And then all of a sudden, like, the kid isn't high anymore, which is one thing I hate in any movie or TV show, is when you see a character getting high or getting drunk or taking drugs, and then they're like high or drunk for 5 minutes or one scene, and then they're fine.
I was thinking,
No, they're fucked the whole time.
I was thinking, I love the withdrawal of Jack Black in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's boiling out here. That's freezing. Oh my God.
I'll suck your dick.
I will suck your dick. Just untie me. So this is where Destroyer gets tossed into the holding cell.
Ooh.
So yeah, this
The
so there's a lot
electrified.
of like dark corridor
Yeah.
scenes in here. So they're in a dark corridor again, apparently where they were before, near this electrified holding cell.
Yeah.
He gets tossed in there. It's got to be 30 feet.
And he's fine.
Yeah, 30 feet onto his back.
Yeah.
Gets up.
The wind isn't even knocked out of him.
They don't show the monster jumping in with him. All of a
No.
sudden, he's just there. He rips apart a cord.
And quietly.
Yeah, he hits the monster with a TV.
Yeah.
The thing eventually grabs the TV, chucks him into the wall, slams him into the wall.
And he
then,
just walks that first and second zap off.
Yep, no problem. And
And
then
then-
somehow pins the monster against the wall perfectly
giant
with
pole.
a pole that is the perfect diameter, the length of the diameter of the cylinder that he's in. This is like a geography
Yeah.
thing.
And then
Not
he
geography,
starts-
geometry. Woo!
And then he starts climbing this chain that immediately made me think of ghost shit because it was the same chain that the singer got right through her fucking neck. Anyway,
So perfectly timed.
I know. He starts climbing the chain, and then the monster somehow breaks free of this entrapment and pulls the chain down. And then he's just covered in blood and dead.
Yeah, he falls on his back a second time.
Yeah.
That fall seemed to kill him. I guess.
That got him good. And that was from a less height, a shorter height.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if it was shorter, if he was higher. I don't know
No,
how he's
because-
going to get out of the middle of that
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
I'm assuming that chain isn't like on a
like,
girder that you can climb
swings.
off to. Yeah. All right, hold on.
yeah. But yeah, so he dead.
And then we don't see the monster get out.
Nope, but
These-
it does.
Yeah, these guys come and find. They're like, "Oh my God, there he is down there."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this was why it happened was Portman said he had to go take a shit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he left Destroyer there alone.
Yeah.
We cut to Portman in the bathroom sending a message like, I need backup.
Yeah.
RRSD,
Which is
blah, blah,
the
blah."
one good thing Portman ever did.
He was just doing it to save his own ass though.
Oh, yeah.
And then he gets ragdolled in the bathroom
Yeah.
stall. Like the thing
Grabs
somehow
him by the face.
it gets above him and just picks him up and ragdolls him back and forth. Like these monsters have a sense of play about them.
Yes.
Play and timing. Like most
Well,
bad.
because they used to be humans, so maybe I don't know.
This is like it's strange to me because the good and evil thing.
Yeah.
Are all these scientists? Well, I guess they're making these genetic
Yeah.
freaks, so they are evil.
Yeah.
Evil scientists. I don't know if they're all evil scientists. Maybe we'll find that out. There are no good scientists. They're really all evil scientists.
And then yeah, at this point, I was like, why is it constantly dark? That is a lab. That's a laboratory.
It wasn't
It
just
has
the brightness on my
lights.
TV.
No.
It's up.
I multiple times had to check the brightness on my fucking laptop, and I'm like, no, it's blasted. It's at the highest it can go.
Somebody's stuck. Oh yeah, the monster's stuck. The doctor's stuck in the nano wall now at this point. The rock's
yeah.
like, okay, well, it's because she's like, maybe, so they figured it out. Now she's like, oh, they're trying to make superhumans.
Yeah.
It works with good and evil. It might be reversible. He's like, no, it's not though. He's like, it's
Yeah.
irreversible, and then just blows the thing away. And I'm like, is he the villain in this?
Yeah, he just turned into the villain like that, and then he gave the kid and
Oh yeah, just shoots
and
the kid.
everyone orders to kill everyone. Like if it moves, you kill it. And then the kid stumbles upon this whole room of people who haven't been infected. The monster hasn't gotten there. And he obviously doesn't kill them. And then because he doesn't and refuses to, the rock just fucking shoots him in the chest and murders him because he's like, mutiny constitutes the consequence of death.
Oh, and this,
like,
yeah, that was the point. That's after they've traveled back through the arc back to
Oh, yeah.
Earth because
Yeah.
the monster made it through the arc.
yes.
So it knocked out Pinky. So Pinky was out of the picture. Yeah, they go back there and so this is right before they go to America. This is where he's like, if it bleeds, kill it.
Yeah.
Which is almost exactly the same as Schwarzenegger going, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so maybe it was around this time, like I said, where the torch is getting passed to The Rock as the action star.
Yeah, in this
It seemed like
alien
a slow,
ripoff.
Yeah, it seemed like
I
a
love how
slow
it's an
pass.
alien ripoff and it has like a little ripoff of Predator too. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, there was another, like the kid turned the lights on in that room.
Yeah.
When he went in there, so I was like, why? Why haven't you just turned all the
And
lights
then
on?
they're like, "Hey, help us!" And then The Rock kills the kid, everyone, and
Then when Pinky shows up. Pinky's like,
Oh, yeah.
because now at this point, Carl Urban and The Rock are like face to face, guns pointed at each other. Because he's like, you just killed a kid. Like, what the fuck? So
Yeah.
they're like standing off. And Pinky's like, put the guns down. Drop your guns. And this is like another classic shit movie trope where it's like,
Something silently appears behind them.
a 9-foot tall monster
Yep.
sneaks up behind them in an open hallway and is like,
Yeah.
And then
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
get him.
there's something behind me, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wait, first.
Yeah.
Picks him up, throws him around a little bit,
Yep. And
kills him.
Yeah, and then that distracts Carl Urban and The Rock, so they run away and hide. And then at this point, I noticed, where did the big fucking gun go?
He didn't still have it in his hand?
Mm-mm.
No?
No,
Oh. It was over his shoulder or something.
maybe. But it never appeared after that first shot he took a while back until the very end.
Yeah, because he shoots at Carl Urban later.
Yeah. So I was like, where the fuck is the big fucking
I didn't even
gun,
notice. I thought he still had it.
Because he wasn't pointing the BFG at Reaper.
Well, here they get attacked. Destroyer's still alive.
Yeah.
I love how he just gives up. He's standing.
Yeah.
They're like shooting through the nano wall because like the nano wall won't close.
And then he gets grabbed through the vent and pulled down and eviscerated like grated cheese.
He gets grabbed and just kind of goes, "Oh,
All right.
shit!"
And he's staring at Sam and she's like, what am I supposed to fucking do?
I will say, I loved this comedic bit. The Rock gets dragged to the nano wall and he goes, "I'm not supposed to die." Boom, and I'm like. Is that like I'm supposed to be the star of this movie?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. That was the one thing I liked about this movie, was that line.
And then Carl Urban shoots at the nano wall as it closes and it deflects back into him. And then he's bleeding a lot and his sister injects him.
Well, first of all, she's just going to inject him. And he goes, "What is that?" She's just about to get it in there. And she goes, "It's C-24. And he goes, "Whoa, hey." I'm
Yeah.
like, consent, bitch.
Yeah.
You don't just shoot someone
No.
up with fucking human growth hormones.
Yeah, and
extra
then-
chromosomes. Like,
And then he's like, I've done bad things. Like, I'm probably going to be a monster. And she's like, I know you. And he's like, no, you don't. We've
Yeah.
been estranged for 10 years.
Yeah, you don't
and
know
she's
me at
like,
all.
I know you. And just does it. And he's like, okay, well, if I come back as a monster, fucking kill me with
maybe
this
that's
pistol.
that twin thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the twins feel shit. So
Yeah,
maybe
true.
that could be it.
And then, of course, we know he's good. And he comes back as the superhuman. And then...
First person mode
And
engaged.
then we get the first person mode we've been waiting all hour and 15 minutes for.
It was an hour 22 when it started. It went for 5 full minutes. I was hoping it was going to be the rest of the movie.
Same.
I couldn't stop laughing. I
It
could
was-
not stop laughing. It felt like, do you remember when you played
Video games at movie theaters?
Time Crisis? Yes. Time Crisis, or like the zombie, like House of the
Yes,
Dead,
yes.
where the camera would move
Yeah.
real slow, have a bit of a sway to it.
Yep.
And these monsters, okay, I said, wow, laughing bad guys, bomb blows up in front of him, because there's points where like he turns a corner and it's like,
Yeah.
and then like turns a little further and there's just a zombie, like a bad guy standing there like, "Brr." Boom, he gets shot too, and then he gets jumped by the one big guy, pushed off a ledge.
And then he sets a bomb.
Yeah, right in front of him. It's like 6 feet away from him. The monster's like, boom, boom, blows up, and just kind of one hand goes up to cover it. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess. Well, okay, he's superhuman.
Yeah. That's true.
Cross that one off. But this, he picks up a chainsaw.
Oh,
he fights like a
yeah.
4-legged whatever.
That wasn't a 4-legged person. That was,
It was a dog.
Pinky.
Well, was it? Oh, it was. That's right. How did Pinky change so fast?
See, that's the thing. There's no continuity timeline with how people change.
Nope.
But yeah,
And
that
like-
was Pinky, because the one half of him was that worm mongoloid saber tooth, and then the other half was his chair.
And this thing picks and chooses who it latches onto. Pinky wasn't evil. Was
Apparently
evil?
he was.
See, this is like...
Everyone who turned was like bad inherently.
But see, Pinky was like, he was redeeming himself at the end. Like, listen, I don't want you guys to shoot each
Yeah.
other. I'm done with this. He was turning good. So like, how does this virus not know when someone's like, I'm actually turning a new leaf and I'm getting better?
Apparently you can't.
No, you are just evil. Oh, this is great. So, both of these guys are horrible marksmen.
Yeah.
Like everyone in this movie is a horrible shot. Love The Rock. So The Rock comes back. He's shot up with C-24. And I didn't know what was written on the back of his back
Semper
earlier.
Fi.
Semper Fi, motherfucker.
Fucker.
Oh, I did make a note in here that it got its R rating with the swears, and they were just eating it up as much as they could. When they dropped F-bombs, they really stressed the fuck.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Fuck you.
Fuck.
Every time there was fuck, it was like, fuck. Like they were just hitting every single
Yeah, it wasn't
part
fuck.
of it.
It was fuck.
Fucker. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
relax. Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. But this was just like Carl. The fight was terrible. Like so he almost gets The Rock like tied up to a railing or something.
Yeah, and he's
Throws him into the roof, and then he's like standing up there and he's got the wire in his hand. And he's like,
yeah.
like
Meanwhile,
rapping.
he's slowly turning into one of these creatures.
He's just, like Carl Urban is looking at this, and all of a sudden The Rock's like, brah, flying through the air for 5 full seconds, and just smashes Carl Urban's face with a wire wrapped punch. Sidestep.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Bob and weave, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, motherfucker?
Motherfucker!
Why are you just standing there taking that punch?
I know.
Seemed odd.
Maybe because he can. Maybe he's like, yeah, do it. It's not going to do anything.
But even you just got shot up with this stuff. You don't know how tough you are.
That's
You don't
true.
know how much you can take.
He's
And
really
the-
risking it.
And The Rock is on it too. So
Yeah.
he's super strong. So he's gonna be like
Well,
be
The
getting
Rock
punched by
was-
7 people
Yeah. Yeah.
with metal on your hands.
With a makeshift brass knuckles.
And then how he kills him
With
through
the arc.
the arc.
Yeah, he slices him in half like Pinky.
Well, he's dragging him in there, and it's like 3, 2, 1,
Oh,
and he lets him go. He
right.
goes through, and he's like,
Then he puts a
or
bomb. Yeah.
pushes the button. He's like, toss that in there too.
Yeah, and then they blow up The Rock, and he's holding his sister in the elevator, like going up, and that's it.
That's it. That's the end.
They just cut it. Like,
It was a week.
yeah, there's nothing, no purpose, no plot,
No stakes.
no stakes.
Yeah, bad acting, bad storytelling, shitty shooting and editing,
Bad effects.
bad effects, like very little monsters.
Yeah, bad like the practical effects seemed like they were done with the knowledge of the set's going to be dark all the time.
I hate movies like this. It's like, why just show us shit.
Yeah.
Show us shit. Like even in the game Doom, it was brighter.
Yeah.
It was much brighter.
If you're going to make a video game based off of if you're going to make a movie based off of a video game, you need to at least be on par with that video game. That's one of the reasons why I liked Warcraft, because that, even though it's heavily CGI'd, they showed you Stormwind, they showed you the Griffins, they showed you the things that you see in the game and experience.
I think Doom would have made a better movie if it were like the story of the game, like
Yeah.
like a dude on a distant planet or something,
Yeah.
fighting monsters,
And
surviving.
more first person view.
Yeah. Wow. My real rating on this is 1 BFG, but I'm using big fucking genitals, out of 10 really silly first-person shooter sequences. Because, what did I say earlier? Oh, The Rock's comedic line of, I'm not supposed to die,
Yeah.
was about the only thing I liked in this. I checked how much time was remaining.
A lot.
7, 8, 9 times probably.
Same.
Because it's awful. Just plain awful. I wouldn't recommend anybody watch this
Don't
movie.
watch Doom.
Just play Doom. Don't watch Doom. There's plenty of other things you can watch.
Yeah. My real rating was 2 completely different looking fraternal twins out of 10 Velcro ear pull-offs. Because I liked the casting, like having The Rock, Carl Urban, and Rosamund Pike in it. Like I enjoy them as actors. And I liked The Rock's funny line, and sometimes there were parts where I shouldn't have been laughing, but I was. But it just, yeah, no, absolutely not. Would not recommend this.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was bad. That was Doom.
that was Doom.
I've just pulled the next one out of the cup.
My cup. My cup.
This is your third last pick. We're watching.
What is it?
Yes!
What?
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes! on this motherfucking plane.
Yes.
I think I started watching this.
Oh, hell yeah.
And there's just the amount of snakes that were on this
Snakes.
plane in the first 20 minutes. I just went like, oh my God, I can't.
I forgot I put that in there. I'm so excited.
Snakes on a motherfucking plane.
Yes.
I'm so pumped for that. Follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. We're going to be coming back with some stuff to give away. Tyler he double ordered some stuff from Nintendo. I'm talking like a Nintendo Mini, a Super Nintendo Mini, a couple other things. So
we're doing a giveaway.
We're going to do a giveaway.
We're doing a giveaway.
But it's not going to be until we hit 100 subscribers.
That's fair. 100.
So that's what it's going to be. So
Yeah.
if you're listening or watching, get people to subscribe. Share it.
We're
Because as
doing
soon
a
as we hit
giveaway.
100, we're going to be giving some cool shit away.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked. He's like, yeah, man, you're sure you can give it away to people. I'm like,
Hell
fuck yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're also on Instagram, Facebook. That's it. That's all I got to say. Anything
Find
else to
us,
say?
like us,
Yeah.
comment,
Yeah.
suggest.
Yes.
things.
Always looking for suggestions
Yeah.
from people. It's something you
We're
want us to critique.
Yeah.
We haven't done yet. Hit us up.
Or even if it's a movie that you really like and you're like, I dare you to find something wrong with it.
Yeah, we
Probably will.
We will. All right. Cool. Let's call it there.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This is Real Garbage.